Good day. My name is Excellent, and this is Excel Tech Channel. You want to know why Nokia flopped, and now I'm going to tell you why this company is going up and this company is going down. Now, back then, Nokia was the biggest phone in the market, selling almost all their phones they made, and at the time in 2007, they had the four most sold phones. How did this company leave the market? You might want to know. Now, in that same 2007, a man called Unagi Ezebo met Nokia and told them a revolutionary idea that one phone can use two SIMs. And at that time, one phone was only using one SIM. So Nokia refused because they prefer you having two phones with two SIMs, which means more money for them. He met Bird. Bird, as at this time, was already losing their market shares. Wow. They accepted the idea, but he was the only one funding the idea. Now, in the year 2008, they made their first phone called Techno T101 in the African market. They were not initially accepted at the beginning, but at least they started selling. So, come here in 2011, 2012, they started with the 3G trick. I mean a 3G trick, which means they were able to make 3G Android phones cheaper than their competitors and respect. Now you might heard of P5, Techno P3, you might have heard of M3. These were phones that came out at a time where the Android market was revolutionized and entered the African market. But you might budget in the Nigerian amount 30,000 for a 3G phone, but these people were able to do this same thing for between 15 to 20,000 naira. And now they started, and this was so budget friendly that people started buying their phones, not getting the product at the initial beginning, but now they are already a market brand. And they use another trick, making their own competitors. Now, which ones are leading the African market? You have in the top 10 list, number one Techno, somewhere in between there is the itel, then there is also the Equinox. So they make their own competitors that still strong fighters in the African market are from the transition company. And you might have also heard at the beginning it was called Technocom, just for Techno, but when they started having sub brands, they called it transition. That's where you have the Techno, Equinox and itel. They also have brands like their MP3 and the rest, but those ones are also in a different brand. We are talking of the Android now. So they made their own competitors and their market started booming in Africa. And now you might check the list in 2021. Techno has topped the chart and Nokia is number 9. Oh, what a fall. Had they left number 1 and went to number 9, and other companies also fight and got a good position on the list. Now they so flopped, and one thing Nokia did not do, they didn't follow the trend. They thought people actually love hardware, but now in 2007 Apple made their first phone, and now people were already following softwares, and Nokia did not follow this trend, and they actually needed a strategy to fight in this game, but they never knew. And these two things would have been a great strategy, and following the Android at the beginning when they came out in 2008 and 9, but they didn't. They followed Windows, and Windows actually died in the market later before Nokia started following Android. So they didn't follow the trend and they started falling in the market. Now Apple made a revolution that made Android fight back, and there are a lot of Android phones, but Apple is also a very good brand and they are doing great in the market. Now if Nokia had taken this idea and followed the Android trend in the beginning, they would have gone far and still remain the giant in the market. So one thing we should know is we should follow what the customer needs more than what we think will give us more money. Now Nokia are still producing good phone, like here you still have the Nokia X6 with good camera, but I will do a comparison later of this phone and the Techno Spark 5, who has a better camera. I will leave the description in the link below when I'm done with that. But one thing we should know, Nokia is still doing well, but they are no longer the giant they used to be. Thank you.
Please subscribe.